Very good morning, students. So, today we are going to start with our very first lecture in the subject of ecology. So, today I'll be taking up a very essential and basic topic, which is the definition of ecology, and we'll be taking a few more topics, that what is ecology and what is pertaining to the different aspects of ecology as per the syllabus. So if I take the word ecology into account, actually this is a word which is composed of two different Greek words, which is oikos, and it is the ology. So oikos, actually it refers to house, and ology, it refers to the study of something. So that means if you study a house, or a house of somebody, or of an animal, or of some bird, or any kind of organism, then that will be the part of the ecology. So these two words, they are making up the term ecology. Now if I go further, I want to quote this particular thing, that no organism, it lives by itself alone. So nobody is alone in this world. So it must live in the same environment with other organisms of its kinds, that means of the same species, and with those of the other species. So this is a very important thing. Now students, I'll be taking up the interactions of the animals. Now if I take, suppose if we have one animal, suppose we have an animal which is living somewhere in a forest. Now this is the second animal which is living in the same forest, and these two are interacting with each other in that particular area. And then we have some plants. We've got some plants like P1, we have a plant P2. They are also interacting with each other, and these animals, they are also interacting with the plants. So this type of interaction is present in a forest. Now I'm just taking one example. Now this interaction, this is a very important aspect of ecology. Now if we study the interactions between the animals, or between the plants, or in between the animals and the plants, this study is part of ecology. Now in this particular slide, I'm just going to give you two important aspects of ecology. First aspect is, which is called as autoecology. So auto refers to just like automatic. So auto refers to the same species. So if you have the study of the interaction between the same species, like if it is A1 and A2, and these are of same species, then this is called as autoecology. Now if I have, suppose we have animal A1, and we have a different species of animal A2 or A3, so these are interacting in between themselves. So this is the interaction. So A1, it is of different species, A2 or 3, they are of different species. So this is not autoecology. This is called as syn ecology. SYN. So it is syn ecology. So these are the two major, you can say, branches of the ecology. One is autoecology and second is the syn ecology. Now students, the animals that are living in a particular area, now again I'm just taking up an area. Suppose this is the same forest, and the animals, they are living inside. We have got, suppose we have got plants. These are the plants over here, and we have got, say, different animals. These are the animals of species A. Then we have some animals of species B. They are also interacting with the plants. And we have got, say, species C. So they are in like full interaction in this particular forest. Now if I take like the number of the plants in this particular forest, suppose we have like 100 species of plants in this particular forest, and I have like 50 species of animals in this particular forest. Now they may be like rat, they may be cats, they may be buffaloes, they may be cows, they may be any kind of animal. Now these 50 species of animals, they are interacting in between themselves, and they are also interacting with the plants. So that means these both type of organisms, they are interacting with each other. Now these two things, the plants and the animals, they are the living component of the forest. So they are the living component, and this living component is called as what we call as biotic factors. So these are the biotic factors, animals and plants. Now in this particular forest, we have like plants over here, we have some animals, and there are something else also. Now what are those factors which are present along with the plants and the animals? Suppose we have soil. We have soil of the forest, that is a different moiety. We have temperature, and that is very particular in this particular forest. See, we have rainfall, we have sunlight, which is very, very important for the survival of all the plants and the animals in that particular area. So all these things, including the wind or the air quality, these things are non-living, first of all. So they are non-living, and they are called as abiotic factors or abiotic components. Now students, this is a very, very important thing. If we combine together the abiotic and the biotic factors, so that will comprise a whole ecosystem. So sometimes you may get a question on ecosystem. So you should be giving the concept of the biotic things and the abiotic things. Now, study of this ecosystem actually is ecology. Now, ecosystem will contain both the biotic and the abiotic things. and their interactions. As we know that the sunlight is the primary source of energy for whole of this particular system, and the forest, it is depending upon the sunlight, it is depending upon the rainfall, it is depending upon the temperature. The types of the plants in this particular forest will depend upon the temperature, the soil quality, the rainfall, or the precipitation in this particular area. So that means the ecosystem of a particular area, here we are taking a forest, is dependent upon these things. So these are very, very important things. So abiotic and the biotic components, they are making up an ecosystem, and the study of the ecosystem can be called as the ecology. So students, the ecology was initially, it was taken as a branch of the biology. But as the time passed, this ecology, actually it is taken up as a separate subject, a full separate subject. So this is a very important aspect, that ecology is so much important and is of so much importance that it has been taken as a different, you can say, science, which is linked to physical, biological, and the social aspects of a particular area. Now here, as we are taking the example of a forest, so it is taking up all the aspects of the forest, of the animals, of the plants. Now the ecology, it also provides the foundation for the understanding of agriculture, forestry, and even fisheries. So if you have to start something in the field of agriculture, or you have to start something in like forestry, or you have to like start something with like fisheries, or you have to start with the poultry, or any field which is like nowadays beneficial to the people. So you have to have a very good knowledge of the ecology of that particular animal with which you are working, and you should have a very important like aspect which is related to the climate of that particular area. So you should be very, very aware of that particular thing before you start with these kind of things. So students, if I like give you a brief summary of this particular lecture on ecology, about the definition or about the overall aspect of the ecology. What is ecology? Actually, it is the study of the interactions between the animals and the plants. So it can be the interaction in between the animals, or it can be the study of the interactions between the animals and plants. Now animals can be of the same species, or it can be of different species. If it is of same species, then it is called as autoecology. If they are of different species, then it is called as the synecology. Here, if we take the example of the interaction between the animals and the plants, it is again under the category of the synecology. That means they are of different species. Now, if I talk about one example, like if you are interacting with your pet at home, if you have a dog at your home, if you are interacting with that particular dog, if you are giving food or like any kind of thing to the dog, that is an interaction between you and a different species. So that will be taken under the concept of the synecology. if you are interacting with your friend, your parents, so that is the interaction in between the same individuals, same species, so that will be taken up under the field of auto ecology. So I think you are very clear about all the aspects of the ecology. What are the biotic components? What are the abiotic components? How they interact? What is the role of the abiotic things in a particular area? The influence of the abiotic things on the biotic things, and vice versa. So overall, the study of a particular ecosystem having the components as biotic and abiotic, it is called as the ecology. So students, that was all about this brief topic on the concept of ecology. Thank you.